Right, sorry I ain't got time to show videos, but anyway, hole one, uh, this way, right? If you've got a big topper, level 1 or 2, whatever, basically max top spin, try to go that way. Because if your club level's that low, I mean, if you really want, you can go to the right if you want, it's no problem. But with the tailwind there, basically where you see the big topper there, put max top spin, adjust back a little bit, otherwise you'll go in the rough just past where that blue ring is. So make sure you move back about 2 rings and just a tiny bit of right curl. Okay. And then hole 2 is basically, well, that's the rough bump with the Goliath. And if you play that, it's like 15% max and put about 5.5 top, 1 left. And like I said, adjust 15 or 10% max distance using a navigator, power 1 ball. Then we go on. If you don't want to go for the rough bump, then basically, as always, just bounce over like here with the backbone or whatever long iron you have. Remember it's tailwind, so make sure your ball guideline is short of the hole. Don't have your ball guideline to the hole because it'll just go flying past. Right, next one, which is hole 3. Is it hole 3? Yeah, it's hole 3. And basically, for whatever level extra mile you got, just go this way. Bounce like here, extra mile 7. Just bounce from that fairway onto the next one. And for this one, like always, have a Saturn if you're not going to play the rough bump. That way you'll stay on the green and make sure you get your eagle. So hole 4, basically, you can see it's a tailwind. So all I'll say is, again, like I played the shot there, sniper. Now have the ball guide short of the hole and to the right of the hole. I'm pointing that way and then adjust. And basically with the sniper, it's like nearly the same as the wind. Anything else I can't tell you. But it's not too difficult, that hole. And again, you see, the other thing is, like, if you don't have a sniper and backspin, then you can use a guardian. Use a guardian, and then basically that way you'll have backspin. And as you can see there, guardian level 4. So that should have the backspin. Make sure you don't roll past that pin because it does roll downhill and put you in trouble. So hole 5, here you can see an extra mile 7, which is already on the fairway. So extra mile 6, even extra mile 5, because you see the tailwind, 3.5 tailwind, it'll put you on the island. Just make sure you bounce from there onto the next one. Make sure you put left curl on the ball. And then good luck with the second shot. So after that we have, next one I've lost count of what hole it is. Yeah, it should be hole 6. Like with any club, okay, that's a full stretch, but forget about that. Whatever extra mile you got, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From there, even with extra mile 9, just put top spin. With extra mile 6 or whatever, you can put some OP on it. Make sure you get far enough if you're going to use a Viper. And if you've got really, really low level club and you find it distance difficult, then have a big dog in your bag. That way you make sure you get your eagle. So hole 7, now basically, as you know, I play the rough bump, which is, oops, there we go, play the rough bump like that. And the rough bump with an app is played at 25% minimum distance, use 3 backspin. Right? Otherwise, just to go for the safe bounce over, you see where the club is there with the yellow spot. Basically, the bit of fairway before that, bounce from there onto the next one. Because it's a tailwind. Let me just move it up a little bit. You can see it's a tailwind. So make sure your ball guide is like just over the fringe. You know, your bounce, the last bounce is just over that fringe. Because the top spin will carry you forward. And if you're going to bounce it from there, have the ball guide to the right of the hole, not at the hole, just have it right hand side of the hole. Right, and then hole 8, and another tailwind, which is nice. As you can see here next to mile 6, look, it just about reaches on the island. That topspin, well, basically just add a bit of overpower, max topspin with a EM6. And remember, with any club, left curl, right? Now, extra mile 7 and 8, you should be comfortably on that, well, even a 6 should be actually. You should comfortably on that fairway, so max topspin, bounce onto the next fairway. Now, extra mile 9 and Titan, you can go for the whack. You can see a full scale thing what somebody with an APOC 7 was going. I went the same way with the extra mile 9. Titan, max top, remember all the max left curl, right? So max top, max left curl. And basically, if you're watching Kevin, whack it. Right, and then hole 9, same for everybody, whatever club. Bounce from there onto the next one. And if you have a low level extra mile, like 5, 6 or whatever, and you don't get very far, to make sure of your eagle on hole 9, I have a big dog. Otherwise, anybody else should be alright with your Viper and Sniper. Or maybe you might even get a long iron shot. So the next back 9, which is hole 10. And this time there's a headwind. Now, not even I could go to the left-hand side and, get on the green. So we all go through the bushes. Just remember, through the bushes, and it rolls to the right, and the wind is pointing right. So where you see there, if I were you, that ball guide line is on the left edge of that middle bush, right? If I were you, have it in the middle of that bush, and then when adjust for you for the shot, but then also just add a little bit of left curl on the ball, because it does roll right. Max top, max left, and whatever. And if you have a Titan, use a Titan or a Katana. And then we go on to 11. The same as before, I'm going to go for the rough bump, so I'm going to show you the best way to go about it. It's a headwind. Now, unlike last time where you want, where it's tailwind, you want your ball guide line short of the hole. Because it's a tailwind, right, you want the ball guide a lot closer to the hole, because the backbone doesn't have that good a... Basically, you want your ball guide line with the backbone like that, level 7, about 2 squares short of the hole. It should be alright. Right, hole 12, right. Again, top spin, so basically take it from there, max top, max left, adjust, and then put left curl on your drive, right? Not loads, just to make sure, because the ball will roll right, yes. Remember, max top, max left, adjust, some left curl on your drive. And again, like the first 9, for this hole, for your second shot, if you're not going to play the rough bump, then make sure you got a Saturn in your bag, right? Because the backspin helps you stay on the green. Right, so hole 13, and again, see, now you can use a Sniper or a Guardian, or even a Viper, because you've got a headwind, right? You should have enough backspin. Actually, go for the hole, and as it's headwind, have the ball guide closer to the hole than if you would in the tailwind. So remember, always tailwind, ball guide line shorter of the hole, in a headwind closer to the hole, right? And that's headwind, so ball guide line closer to the hole. So old 14, and again, it's a bit of a tailwind. So you can see here next to mile 6 easily get on. Well, it's a bit of a stretch. So basically you might have to overpower it a little bit, but even then you should be okay. You overpower it because even with your top spin, it might not get you across. Now extra mile 7, 8 and 9 is fine. You don't have to put no overpower, just put max top, max left. And adjust though, because if you just adjust to the right, the tailwind might carry you into the bunker. And say with an XMR 9, you'd only need 5 topspin, basically. 5 topspin, max left spin, if you use an XMR 9. So XMR 8 is the same then, and 7. Okay. Right, I've lost count. Yep, that's just 6, so that's hole 15. And this time it's a headwind, so with a lower level club like an XMR 6, because you don't have much topspin, and even a 7 and an 8, a little bit. The higher level club, the less overpower. Extra mile 9, with all the topspin, you don't really need to overpower it, right? And you should be able to reach with your Viper. And so as long as you hit it odd enough, you don't have to put full whack on it, even with an extra mile 6. Just some overpower to get you further down the fairway. And like I said, not much overpower, because that way you don't hit good or something and go in the rough or something like that. Then we have hole 16. And again, I was going to go for rough bump. So basically, best advice again is not playing the rough bump. And the rough bump is minus 25%. And 3 backspin. Minimum distance of your club. But basically, bounce from the fairway just before where you see the club there, across. Now, as it's tailwind, make sure your last bounce is just over the fringe, right? Because it'll carry you forward, right? So don't have your ball guideline to the hole. Have it well short, okay? Then second last hole, hole 17. And again, you got tailwind, so ain't got anyway 6, 7, 8. Right, just basically bounce over from that fairway onto the next one. Top spin, left spin, and make sure left curl on when you're taking your shot. Extra mile 9, Kevin, you can whack this one again if you want. It's no problem, because even if you end up in the rough or the bunker, still a good chance for an eagle on this one. Even bouncing onto the next fairway and then taking the next shot, it's still not an easy eagle to get. Then the last hole, which makes it pretty simple for me, you just bounce again from that fairway onto the next way, max top. Make sure you put a couple of right spin on it. And whatever, and like before, if you've got lower level club and you don't go too far, with your club, not that much top spin to take you as far as other clubs. Just in case, have a big dog if you like. It's up to you. You'll find out from the hole 9 when you first take the shot, but you should be okay. Anyway, good luck everybody.